Hey everybody, welcome back to the Beer Files. I'm Matt.
And I'm Seth.
And today we are drinking Hop JuJu from Fatheads Brewing. These guys are out of Middleburg Heights, Ohio.
Yes.
Never heard of Middleburg
It's
Heights.
basically on top of Cleveland.
Alright.
It's
like literally like a sky fortress on top of it.
Oh yeah, it's a floating sky fortress.
Cool.
There's Koopa Troopas and Bowser.
Fatheads, double IPA. Their standard IPA is Headhunter.
Yes. Which
is
delicious.
Yeah, absolutely. I haven't tried that one yet, but I have tried this before, and this is more for Seth here. It's one of my favorite double IPAs, and I'm excited to hear what Seth has to say about it.
I'm excited to try it. I've heard good things.
So I'm going to crack this guy open.
I heard it won a gold medal at
It did.
American Beer Fest.
Did you? Yeah.
2013.
Yeah, it even says it right there. It's convenient.
Look at that.
Award-winning. Good stuff.
That's better than being non-award winning.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. 100 IBUs, 9%. I'm going to crack this guy open. We'll get Seth's opinion, and I'll tell you what I think about it. And,
Perfect.
See what it's all about.
Let's do it.
You ready to try Hop JuJu?
I'm ready to get all my JuJu on.
All right, let's check it out.
Smells hoppy.
It does. Very tropical, very juicy.
Yeah, you get that citrusy, just it feels like a full fruit just in your nose. It's really good.
Yeah, and I'll be the first to admit I'm a citrusy tropical IPA guy over the earthy piney.
I would have to agree. I'm okay with piney, but earthy I'm not as big of a fan of. But I'm definitely more of a citrusy, tropical, fruity.
You are fruity.
I was trying to find a way to work that in, but it just didn't.
Well played. I'll drink to that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, that is really tropical. Tropical, yeah. It's very tropical on the taste. Definitely a double IPA.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely got some strong bitterness to it, but wow, is that drinkable and wow, is that tasty.
Yeah.
That
It's a flavor bomb.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those bombs you want. It's not one of those bombs you don't.
No, this, I mean, again, with the fact that it's 9%.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I shouldn't say this, but I could drink this thing all day long.
Yeah. You drink the 4-pack like it was water. I mean, this is... The bitterness lingers a little bit, and that's not a knock. That's not a bad thing. Yeah. It's just a fact. But outside of that, if it didn't have that, you wouldn't even know that it was this hoppy. I mean, because the front is the hops, and then you just get this explosion of tropical flavors and citrusness on the palate that you almost forget about the bitterness up front, and you want another sip. But then there's a little bit of lingering bitterness, but this is tasty. This is a very good beer.
It's a phenomenal beer, and I mean, for me, sometimes with the citrusy IPAs, I feel like sometimes they are a little bit of a cop-out in the sense that they are meant to make people's palates who aren't IPA drinkers happy. Because they're more palatable, easier to drink. Because this has that lingering bitterness, I find this to be a real, serious IPA.
Yeah.
It's a serious IPA with the citrus flavors versus a citrusy beer that is called an IPA. Mm-hmm. If that makes any sense to what
I know what you mean, but in the same breath to that, I mean, I feel like there's a harsh divide. Like this is along the lines of a West Coast style IPA, and I think the real hard divide is like quote unquote East Coast IPAs are usually softer, less bitter, things like that. I feel like you don't citrusness doesn't always necessarily mean you're trying to cop out.
No, I didn't mean it like it was a definitive remark. Okay. I didn't mean like all of them were. I was just saying this is like a serious IPA drinkers IPA with citrus characteristics.
Yes, this is those people that enjoy their double and their triple IPAs.
Yeah, this
is got their bitterness, but it's just so well in its flavor profile that it's not just hops that are trying to shove down your throat. Like you actually get a full taste of the beer. It's not just that bitterness, like I'm chewing on a pine cone, or
Right, it'll make the most serious, like, bitter bomb searchers happy,
mm-hmm.
but it'll also make those looking for that super flavorful, citrusy, tropical.
This to me is like the perfect step to like the serious West Coast beers. You have your step ones, your 60 minutes, your harpoon IPAs, things like that, and then this is a strong bitter IPA, but it's got enough flavor where it masks it a little bit.
Yeah.
And this is gonna step you into your Devil Dancers and some of your Lagunitas and Stone Offerings.
Oh, absolutely.
It's fantastic. I mean, this beer is fantastic.
No, this beer is killer.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is on point.
And I just want to even point out, I'm sure you might not be able to see it, but the color.
Oh, it's the kind of dark orange.
Yeah, it just looks good. You pour this and it looks like a tropical, drink you'd want. It's just stupid. Every aspect of it is tasty.
Yeah.
Or good looking or whatever.
It is significantly above average in all aspects.
Yeah.
I would give this beer a 4.5.
Yeah.
We're talking the high echelon of IPAs, double IPAs, etc. This is one of those beers that is up in the higher rankings. And this, I mean, I love everything about this beer.
Yeah.
It's great all the way around.
Yeah, I'm really happy to hear that. Like I said, coming into this was already one of my favorite double IPAs that are out there. And I'm right there again with you. We're 3 for 3 now today.
Yeah.
I'm giving this guy a 4 or 5. And that's almost me just shooting a little bit low for me, just because I like to have the wiggle room.
Yeah.
But this is, honestly, I couldn't name... This would be up there with, if I had to pick the beers to be alone on a deserted island with, for the rest of my life, this would probably make that list. Easily. Actually, it would easily make that list. I could drink this all day long.
So I'm going to ask you a question. It's going to be a tough question.
Uh-oh.
This or Heady Topper? This reason. You're on the desert island, you're only allowed one IPA.
I honestly would probably pick this.
Okay.
I love Heady. It's one of the best beers out there, especially for its class. I just happen to like the hop profile a little bit better in this.
Okay. That's not a bad thing.
No.
I would agree. It's in the echelon of Heady.
Yeah.
I think I would personally edge Heady out just a little bit more. And I think it may be a mental thing at this point. They've just reached out to mammoth level.
Yeah. But I mean, that's not the fact that that's even a question.
Yeah. That's my thing.
That's
in the same category. Like, if you can be questioned in the same category as a beer that just, for better or worse, for whatever bias reasons, that is that highly rated, you're doing something right.
So again, Fatheads out of Ohio, out of Middleburg Heights, Ohio, the floating city above
the metropolis above the Cleveland area.
Yes. Say hi to Bowser, but more importantly, stop by the brewery and check them out. And if you get a chance to drink Hop JuJu, you can clearly see we highly recommend it.
Absolutely.
It's kick-ass, and thanks for joining the Beer Files. Cheers.
You guys kick ass.
Yes, they do.